Prime Minister, the shooting death on Friday is the latest of 6 since April. 6 Indigenous people have been shot and killed by police in Canada. 2 other Indigenous people have died in the company or in the custody of police, but the circumstances of their deaths are unknown. That's just in the last 3 months. What specifically will your government do to ensure this doesn't continue?
There is systemic racism in Canada, and it means that Indigenous people, Black Canadians and racialized Canadians are far more likely to suffer violence at the hands of the authorities and police than non-racialized Canadians. This is a problem that we have seen for many years. We have made steps to improve it, but there is a need for much more, much quicker. And that's why we are working right now with communities to address the first things that need to be done most rapidly, and we are going to move forward with them rapidly.
You've been talking a lot about Canada needing to do better, Canada needing to acknowledge the past when it comes to issues around race. Your party's primary fundraising club is called the Laurier Club, and I'm wondering, given Prime Minister Laurier's history with Chinese head tax, with blocking immigration from India, signing an order in council banning Black immigration, will you change the name of the Laurier Club?
Thank you for your question, Brian. Obviously, we recognize that over the past decades and generations, Canada has not done well enough. I apologized in the House for the Komagata Maru. We've made apologies for the head tax. We've made a direct acknowledgement of the very, very many mistakes Canada has made in the past. Those mistakes continue today with systemic racism that continues, and we need to take concrete measures to move forward, to change the systems, to improve the systems, to better support racialized Canadians and Indigenous Canadians, and that's absolutely what we're going to focus on. Obviously, there are many conversations going on around the names of sports teams, around statues, around the way we commemorate historical figures, and those conversations are going to be important and need to continue, and we encourage those conversations to be had.
Well, I'd like to hear specifically from you, Prime Minister, how far back do you think you have to go? What is the cutoff? Is it owning slaves like James McGill, the founder and person that your alma mater is named for? Is it holding views 100, 200 years ago that are incompatible with today's views? What is it that where do you think the cutoff line is? Where do we draw the line? Where do we say this needs to be renamed, that doesn't?
I think, first of all, it's a sign of progress that things have changed so much from 100 years ago, 200 years ago, in so many ways. We have significantly improved as a society, and there is still much more to do. And I think on all these situations, it has to be discussed on a case-by-case basis. We know there will be a range of views on any given issue, and I think we need to listen carefully and with a lot of sensitivity to concerns that are brought up around what we look to renaming, what we continue, and what we use as learning lessons for future generations.